demo on housing and homeless. Welcome to one amazing crowd of arrived here today to send a clear message to government. We're no longer going to stand for their housing policies. We're no longer going to stand for homeless. We're no longer going to stand for slum landlords. And we're no longer going to stand for hubs and homelessness in this country. Let us hear you out there. Come on. We have people here from all over the country who have travelled on buses and trains to send that message to government. No to slum landlords, no to housing policies that they've evicted or entrenched on us, and no to homelessness. Let's hear you again one more time before we call our speakers. First up today, on behalf of the National Housing and Homeless Coalition, we have the chairperson, Tina McVeigh, to say a few words. Give her a big round of applause, please.
I am absolutely blown away by the numbers of people that have come out today. They're still coming around the corner of Parliament Street. Unbelievable turnout. And folks, it's very fitting that we've all turned out today on what is the 4th anniversary of the death of Jonathan Corrie, who died metres away from the gates of Leinster House. And since his death, it has become increasingly obvious to us all that the promises that were made by government then, their Rebuilding Ireland plan, none of it is working. The homeless figures that were released this week are only the sharp edge of the wedge. Behind those figures are thousands and thousands, tens of thousands of people all over the country that are affected by this crisis and affected by the policies of this government that only help vulture funds, landlords and developers. They do not help the people, and they do not build the public homes that we need to house our people. People are disgusted, and we saw this on the 3rd of October at the Raise a Roof rally, when 12,000 people came out onto the streets on a Wednesday at lunchtime to raise the roof and make their voices heard, and to call for support for a cross-party motion that was calling for, among other things, legislation to make it impossible for landlords to evict into homelessness, legislation that would reverse the spiralling rents, legislation that would help young people, workers, students, travellers access accommodation that they need and that they can afford. All of the parties supported that motion, and Fine Gael's Minister for Housing, Owen Murphy, was squirming in his seat as he got the well-deserved lashing out of it. But this motion was only passed in words and not in actions. The very following week, we got a landlord budget, more tax breaks for landlords, more reliance on the private market. This government did not hear us and did not take seriously the extent of this crisis. But when they want to, they can bring in legislation to bail out banks in a day. It took them 6 hours to nationalise Anglo-Irish Bank. We're demanding radical action, and we're back out on the streets today to remind them that we are still here. We are not going away. And Owen Murphy and Fine Gael tried to tell us that everything is okay. We see Owen Murphy standing in front of his latest hub, cutting ribbons. They talk about the economy. They want us to think that we all have fantastic, highly paying jobs. They want us to believe that everything is okay. We're saying it's not okay. We can't talk about things being okay when there's 3,725 children that will spend this Christmas in emergency accommodation. We cannot say it's okay when homeless people are dying in our streets. We cannot say it's okay when the traveller accommodation budget is not being spent. We cannot say it's okay when tenants are paying extortionate rents. Landlord sees that 70% of your wages is not rent, tenure and stopping evictions. Let's talk about getting our young people, workers and families into homes that they can afford. And let's talk about ending the use of emergency accommodation. And let's say, when a hotel is attacked with an arson attack, a hotel that's getting ready to house families that are fleeing poverty, war and disease, then let's really say, things are not okay. We've seen from the growing housing protests over the last year and a half, the Take Back the City movement, all the local housing action groups that are forming, the occupations over the summer, the massive support that people got. We know people want to mobilise on the housing issue. And we know from our recent history that when we mobilise and we organise in communities, we can win. We were the first country in the world to bring in marriage equality by popular vote. We pushed back the implementation of the water tax, and we managed after 35 years to throw out the horrible 8th Amendment from our constitution. And what we know from all of those campaigns is that it was the work that was done in communities, people organising on the ground, doing the hard graft, getting out onto the streets, holding street stalls, knocking on doors, reaching out to others that felt the same way. It was that that helped us build a mass movement, and that's what we have to do now. We've got to get back into our communities. People here from all over the country, go home into your villages, your towns, your cities. If you're angered by the crisis or if you're affected by it, reach out to others, organise, mobilise, and let's win! Of Raise the Roof. And we're going to be announcing more initiatives in the new year that are going to bring this campaign right into the heart of those communities where you're going to go back and organise in. Today we're laying down a marker, folks. Today we have raised our voices again. Today we say there is no going back. And we say to everybody affected, you are not alone. I want to ask you all now to stand with me in silence, a minute's silence, to remember Jonathan Corrie, all the lives that were lost, all the lives that are affected, all of the children that are caught up in this crisis. Let our silence now resonate as loud as the voices that are united here today for 1 minute.
In this demonstration, the Union of Students of Ireland, Vice President for Campaigns of the USI, Michelle Bourne, ladies and gents, give her a big round of applause.
Anger, fear, hopelessness. This is a student's problem today and a student's problem tomorrow. We're facing spiralling costs, rogue landlords, damp, rundown and overcrowded conditions. We're crashing on friends' couches. We're staying overnight in cars outside college. We're paying night to night in hostels because we can't find accommodation. 429 students. Last week, a student in DCU came to me and said that they were homeless and stayed in the library over the weekend. When the government student accommodation strategy was launched in 2017, there was a shortage of purpose-built student accommodation of over 23,000 beds. Next year, that is going to raise to 26,000 beds shortage. We saw this coming and we called it out. There has been a 2% increase in students year on year for the last 10 years, and that is set to increase for the next decade. We have not built enough student accommodation to cover this increase, never mind the current shortage that exists. And this is the consequence of inaction by successive governments. We have no rights in digs accommodation. Rent pressure zones don't even cover student accommodation, nor do they work. This is leaving students exposed. This year, Shinoan near DCU increased their rent prices by 27% in 1 year alone. Galway, we saw 18% increases. My own rent in Waterford, where apparently doesn't have an accommodation prices, went up 15% last month. Last week, a student in Cork told me she commuted 6 hours a day because she couldn't pay €14,000 upfront for her master's and her rent for the first term, which is what was asked for. Last week, I was asked how do you register a student homeless. This is our reality. We are being locked out of education. We have the second highest fees in Europe at €3,000 a year. Grants haven't been increased since they were slashed during austerity. This is about access. This is about opportunity. And this is about equality. Build affordable, accessible student accommodation on campus.
Crisis, a member of Take Back the City, Luke Clerkin, ladies and gents. Give him a big round of applause. He's going to give you a number. Don't go anywhere, we have 2 more speakers after that.
How are you? This song is called Take Back the City. I was at a viewing of the Tala House documentary, and a friend of mine, Ashton Ketterman, says to me, there's an occupation going up the road. I went to the cinema and I ended up occupying a gap, and this is what came from it. This single is coming out in a couple of weeks. It's coming out for Inner City Help with Homeless. It's going to be available on iTunes, Spotify, Google Play, and all that kind of stuff, and all the money goes to them. It's coming out on the 14th, so please save that in your phones. And I want you to do something with me. I'm going to say whose streets, and you're going to say our streets. I'm going to say whose homes, and you're going to say our homes, okay? Whose streets?
Our streets!
Whose homes?
Our homes!
Whose streets?
Our streets!
Whose homes?
Our homes!
Right, I'll bring you back in later on. Empty houses, empty homes. Crowded streets, but they sleep alone. Kitchens feed a families, some left with none, some left with none. People walk by with their vacant stares, maybe they're scared it could happen to them. But ignorance is only bliss for those not affected by the cost of living. And is it really living if you're not giving? A hotel room is not a home, neither are the streets that they're left to roam. A hotel room is not a home. Empty pockets, empty hearts, and do not disturb signs and strangers' snores. 5 children share a room, only space on the floor, only space on the floor. Why say it's not your cross to bear, maybe you care happened to you. That question's for those responsible for the housing crisis. Just because you have money doesn't mean you're immune to this. A hotel room is not a home, neither are the streets that they're left alone. A hotel room is not a home. A hotel room is not a home, neither are the streets that they're left to roam. Hotel room is not a home. Take back the city. Take back the land. Take back the city. Take back the land. No direct provision. No family hubs. Embrace the migrants. Let us all be running. Whose streets?
Our streets!
Whose home?
Our home!
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 Hotel room is not a home. Neither are the streets that they're left to roam. A hotel room is not a home. Whose streets?
Our streets!
Whose home?
Our home!
Whose streets?
Our streets!
Whose home?
Our home!
Thank you so much.
Hey, yes, Luke Clark, give another big round of applause, please. We're not going to keep you much longer, but we've got some really important speakers. We've got TJ Hogan up next from the Irish Travellers Movement, and they're a member of the National Housing and Homeless Committee. Give TJ a big round of applause, please.
Hi all. Today people from the country came here today to gather on its way to see. Today people are marching because of failed policies that our government has proposed to deal with the housing crisis. The Irish government has failed to deliver on traveller accommodation since 1998. They have underspent 55 million since, which has been sent back and unused. This is forcing people to live in dire, poor conditions. I am here on behalf of the traveller community, my community. We are 11 times higher than the national average to become homeless. Than the general population. The only response the government has is the private rented sector, where we are finding further marginalised and discriminated against. The council and the government has failed year in and year out. We are 3 years on from the death at Carrick Mines, where we lost members of our community due to failed policies and failed health and safety checks. People die due to the government's hand, by the government, but yet no progression of travel accommodation has yet availed. The Irish Traveller Movement and its members has developed a campaign with 5 asks to establish a national travel accommodation agency which will pay travel accommodation on land that is earmarked for travel accommodation. There are members of our community living at the side of our road, men, women and children that are being criminalised because they want to express their identity and their culture. And our 5th ask is that we want to make a home a constitutional right. Every person deserves a safe space, a safe place where they can rear their children, go to school, avail of education and avail of services. And say that we're not taking it. The travellers are not taking it anymore. Today we stand. Enough is enough. Travel on, our life.
Ladies and gents, TJ Holden, well done, TJ. Next up to speak, we have Alva Smith. And Alva Smith is from the Coalition to Repeal the 8th Amendment. Alva.
We all know that we are really angry and we are really mobilised, and we have seen over the past few years what we can do in this country when we stand up as a people to profound injustice and cruelty. We stood up against the water charges and we won. We stood up for lesbians and gays and bis and trans and marriage. Mobilised, canvassed, raised money, expressed their anger to their public representatives and said we will stand for it no more, because this is a profound injustice that is being done to so many people, to families, to single-parent families, to older people, to young people, to particular problems, I can tell you, for LGBT and trans people in this country, right across the board. We are dealing not just with the crisis, but with a tragedy of major proportions, and we will not stand for it. The numbers are decreasing. They are not decreasing. Focus Point tells us there were 89 new families into homelessness in the month of October, 2 months before Christmas. That is absolutely disgraceful, but it is also heartbreaking. This week I spoke to my 2 very small grandchildren in London, and they told me that they're writing their Santa letters this weekend. And I thought, and the thought will not go out of my head, what about all those children, the nearly 4,000 children in homeless accommodation and the many more in unstable accommodation, not even counted? What address are they going to give to Santa for their Christmas presents? I think that's appalling, and we don't absolutely make mistakes. And I tell you that one of the great things that we discovered in all our campaigning, and I think we've all discovered it, is that Irish people do understand. They are angry. They are annoyed. It would only take not another 35 years. We are definitely going to get there this time, because housing, a home, is not a privilege. It is a necessity.